Breaking news, we have reports that Donald Trump and his team regret choosing JD Vance as the Republican VP nominee. Less than 48 hours after President Biden bowed out of the race and endorsed VP Harris has raised over $100 million. She's energized the Democratic fan base, and she's left Donald Trump and his team scrambling as they look for ways to attack her. I've noticed that they've been using the exact same attacks they used against Biden verbatim, but just switching out the names and switching out the pronouns, sometimes even mixing up the pronouns because they're used to attacking Biden. They basically have to repivot their entire campaign with 4 months to go, but we do as well. This article reads, why Trump suddenly thinks picking JD Vance was a mistake. Joe Biden's decision to drop out and endorse Kamala Harris to succeed him on the Democratic ticket has Donald Trump's team scrambling. And the article details how Trump and his team were not expecting this whatsoever, but they must have some polling on the back end showing that Kamala is more competitive than Biden, because Trump and his team have been freaking out, and JD Vance was a cocky pick. They picked JD Vance as VP because they were cocky and didn't think they needed to reach out to new demographics, so they decided to double down on the MAGA BS. Whereas somebody like Marco Rubio, somebody like Tim Scott, who is not really charismatic, but neither is JD Vance, somebody like Marco Rubio could appeal to a different demographic. Somebody like Tim Scott could appeal to a different demographic. Instead, they doubled down. This article reads, Republicans may be starting to second guess their party's pick for vice president. Much of Donald Trump's presidential campaign, including the decision to tap Ohio Senator JD Vance as his running mate, was structured around attacks on President Joe Biden. But then Biden announced Sunday that he was withdrawing from the presidential race altogether. Trump campaign officials acknowledged that Trump selected the inexperienced Vance, charged with all of his techno-authoritarian ideas, to boost support among their own base, not extend a hand to swing voters, according to The Atlantic, a credible source. That is exactly what I was saying. Generally, with a VP pick, you want to reach out to demographics you're weak with. That is why VP Harris's VP pick will most likely be a white male, so we can reach out to those demographics in America. White men need to be reached out to a lot, I guess. Vance was a symbol of the Trump team's assuredness that they would win in 2024. Come Sunday, that assuredness appears to be shrinking. Quote, most striking thing I heard from Trump's allies yesterday was the second guessing of JD Vance, a selection they acknowledged that was born of cockiness, meant to run up margins with the base in a blowout rather than persuade swing voters in a nail-biter. Atlantic staff writer Tim Alberta, who had written the piece about the panicking Trump campaign, posted on X. Trump decried Biden's decision to drop out in a post on Truth Social, writing that his team would have to, quote, start all over again and ask to be reimbursed for the cost. Trump can't even hide it. He plays his hand right away and shows that he wishes Biden was still in the race because they have to start all over again. He said it himself, word for word. At the same time, Vance has set straight to work, calling for Biden to resign from the presidency. Now, Vance does have a lot of energy. He's a young man. He's 39. So yesterday, he did 2 rallies, and then I think he did 1 to 2 TV appearances. I know he did a TV appearance with Jesse Waters and Donald Trump. So they are putting JD Vance to work, and that is one of the biggest pros about VP Harris running, in my opinion. She has a lot of time. She's not the president. She's the VP. She can devote a bunch of time, a bunch of energy to doing 2 rallies a day and call-ins to shows, and we will have no worries about her age. Another reason why the Trump campaign is worried is because of the polling showing that Kamala is competitive in swing states, and they must have some polling on the back end, because watch how Sean Hannity primes the Fox News fan base for polls showing VP Harris winning. They have to prime their fan base for everything because their fan base is full of babies who can't accept reality. For example, in the lead up to the 2020 election, they were saying it would be rigged before it even happened because the polling showed a blow up. But watch this clip of Sean Hannity.
All right, buckle up, because Democrats, the state-run media mob, they're now pitching Kamala as the second coming of Jesus, which I can assure you, she is not. The puff pieces, they're already being written. The accolades, they are pouring in from every radical, democratic, leftist, socialist, Marxist in the country. The phony polls, I promise you, will follow, showing she is energizing Democrats. She might even be beating Donald Trump in a swing state or 2, or maybe 3.
a swing state or two, or maybe 3, or maybe 4. I mean, maybe the phony polls will show a blowout. Maybe the phony polls that we were just boosting when Donald Trump was beating Joe Biden. But the projection is crazy because Sean Hannity also said that we're holding up Kamala as Jesus. I haven't seen that at all. The Democrats are finally excited. We're finally rallying around the candidate. By the way, leave a like on the video if you're incredibly excited for VP Harris and want to help boost the message that I am boosting right now. But Sean Hannity says that we're holding her up as Jesus when they literally make golden statues of Donald Trump. They make memes of Jesus touching Donald Trump's shoulders and saying they persecuted me too after Donald Trump got convicted. Donald Trump sells Bibles. Donald Trump is the one who grifts and tries to act like he is above being a human, but I don't know, they think that we're the ones that are cult-like with Kamala Harris. It's just crazy projection. Meanwhile, the Democrats possess a new potential nominee in the form of VP Kamala Harris, and as a result, the party has had one of the best fundraising days ever. Meanwhile, MAGA is trying to divert attention. They are spreading one of the wildest conspiracy theories yet. Lauren Boebert pushes MAGA's most deranged conspiracy on Biden. Republicans are losing their minds now that Joe Biden has dropped out of the race. And listen to this, folks. It's wild. The MAGA right has a new conspiracy theory about Joe Biden following his announcement to drop out of the presidential race. He is either dead or incapacitated and needs to show proof of life. Conservative figures are demanding that President Biden shows proof of life. And by the way, he called in to VP Kamala Harris's campaign headquarters and talked to her. That is proof of life. Many conservative figures are posting that Biden hasn't made any public appearances in the last few days, especially since he posted his letter to withdraw Sunday. And it is weird that he hasn't spoken yet, but remember, he is sick. He has COVID. He will make an appearance as soon as he is able to. Maybe he just doesn't feel like he has the energy and he wants it to be a special appearance. Representative Lauren Boebert, rolling my eyes, jumped on the conspiracy, insinuating that Biden didn't make the decision himself, but that it was made for him due to his diminished mental state. But if somebody else had the ability to make the decision for Biden, they would have made it a month back when the debate happened. Biden is the one who took his time, who weighed his options, and decided to drop out. It was his decision and his decision alone, and that was proven by the fact that he kind of waited until the very last minute. Lauren Boebert said, "I demand proof of life from Joe Biden by 5 p.m. He needs to get in front of some camera and discuss if he's aware that he dropped out. Hiding is completely unacceptable." And honestly, this is just offensive. The idea that Joe Biden is going to do that for Lauren Boebert? No. Chip Roy said, "Is the president of the United States in charge? Hashtag where is Joe Biden?" And they show that he has no public events scheduled, but it's weird. It's almost like he has COVID, and it was publicly announced that he has COVID. Other right-wing conspiracy figures saw something nefarious in Biden's signature, saying that it was different from how the president usually signs documents. Why didn't Biden use his official stationery? Why does Biden's signature look forged? Where is Joe? His signature looks completely normal to me. I mean, it does not look that different. And this is why conspiracy theories are so harmful, because people try to connect dots that shouldn't be connected. I saw people doing the same thing when Trump was almost killed. People were doing it on the left and the right. So just don't jump to conspiracy theories. Honestly, try to stay grounded in reality. My name is Mockler. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button, go check out the Mockler subreddit. We've got a lot of good memes, a lot of good breaking news, and most importantly, have a great day.